It's time!
In the red corner, in the tidy whities.
I thought, like, you don't really watch that much UFC, but you know the guy who does the
announcing?
The announcing?
Yeah, he has a brother who does announcing as well.
Yeah, but he didn't know that until a few years. No.
I don't have a brother!
No. They didn't know, they're half brothers, and they didn't know each other existed.
Oh, right, okay.
Up until, I think it was like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So that's how the guy in the UFC ended up getting into announcing, because he became, so Michael Buffer is the guy who does the boxing. Let's get ready to rumble. He became Michael's manager.
Okay.
And then he was like, fuck, I quite like doing this. So then he ended up doing the UFC thing.
There you go. It's a bit
of
a wee UFC factoid.
No refreshments on today, Gavin. This is shocking.
Oh, fucking, I left my wee dolly tray in the next room. It's got the bitters on it and the fucking, I want to get one of those globes. You just fucking, what do you want? You just open it up.
One of them years ago. And he says it's the best thing ever, but he struggles to keep it full. I think that's more something to do with him.
I was going to say, I know struggling to keep it full is the same as saying struggling to stop struggling to stop naked. Right, hello everybody, welcome to the String Ninjas podcast, episode 21.
The blackjack episode. We should have had a fucking deck of cards, mate.
I'd be like, see, I don't get poker at all.
That's blackjack.
That's all the same to me. It's
blackjack's 21.
Aye, pontoon. that's the grannies call it pontoon.
Fucking hell. Do you drink VAT 19 as well?
you're all over my granny. That's exactly what you said about like your uncle had a globe. My granny had literally a vat of VAT 19 in her cupboard and they played pontoon all the fucking time, her house. So there you go. You've just fucking called out my granny.
Sorry,
Deirdre,
how would I know?
Well, you're all over it.
That's shocking, that is. No, I know. I have never been in a casino, but I do enjoy a wee game of blackjack, you know.
I don't know. See when it comes to like card games, I don't mind blackjack. Blackjack's alright because it's reasonably quick.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate poker. Can't stand it. Can't be into it because it's just like, you know, like if you could be out of the game reasonably quick, and then you're sitting there for hours watching other people fucking going. It's just it lasts way too long for me. Like just be like,
it's
the attention span.
I enjoy playing poker, but it comes up. Even there's been times I'd be winning and I'd be like, I'm fucking bored now. All in, right away. I just.
But it's like it's the modern day equivalent of Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone, because you could get into that game, be out of it 2 minutes later, and then sit and watch people for fucking like 25 minutes playing until there's a winner. It's just so boring. It's so weird because I can sit and play Warzone for hours, but I couldn't. You out there? What's the matter?
Yeah, no shoes. No, I need to buy new shoes.
You have an itchy foot, do you?
No, the soles like that. Do my head on.
You've got no soul.
I do a soul.
You've got no soul.
No fucking soul.
What? Funk and soul.
Yeah.
Funk and soul.
We've not to talk about it.
No, it's been a weird one this week.
No, do we? No, we do. Do we?
Here, I have something for you. I was thinking about this earlier on. If you could get rid, this is on the spot. I've had time to think about this, so I have home field advantage here. If you could get rid of a word, any word, what would you get rid of and why?
Usins.
Usins, as in the way we say it.
Yeah.
Just because it's not. Well, it's not really correct. It's correct in
there. I mean, yeah, I tend not to go on Facebook too much because it angers me with people's really bad spelling.
It's Youse, isn't it the way use?
Well, it's not a word.
No, I know, but that's the way people have sort of spelt it. I've noticed over the last while.
Say you lot or you people.
No, you don't even have to say using. You just say you, because it implies plural. Like it implies a group as well.
I suppose, yeah. No, I hate that word. And then
I don't get people that are
Tory.
No, Tory is apparently an Irish word, like a derivative of an Irish word.
What, like in Tory, as in Tory Wilson, WWE diva?
T-O-R-I.
No, I was talking about T-O-R-R-I-E. No,
Tory.
I meant Tory as in Pretty Patel and all them.
Yeah, it's
bunch of misfits.
Apparently,
they're T-O-R-Y.
Yeah, no, but it comes from a fucking.
Of course Irish they anglicised it. Of course they did.
But you know what it means? Apparently, well, no, it's one of those
bastards.
Facebook info fact fucking memes that I've seen. So it could. It sounds like it's true, but it probably isn't. But it apparently means thief.
Okay. Well, actually, yeah. All right.
Okay, so
get rid of them all.
My one, I was thinking about this the other day, and the only reason I want rid of it is because nobody can spell it. Thorough. Like, that's a third job you did there.
Who can't spell it?
I can't spell it. Spell it now.
THOROUGH.
Are you sure? It doesn't sound right.
Positive.
I'm not sure there's 6 more U's in there.
Would be THROUGH.
Yes, I know. Every time I tried to spell it this morning in a text, and it was like every time I would do it, I was just like, that doesn't look right. And then I kept going through, and I was like, I says, did a good job.
No harm to you. Your text never look right. I have to sit with a World War II spy decryption kit.
It's my thumbs.
I don't blame your phone. It's you.
It's my dyslexic thumbs. Every time I'm searching for something on
Google, I
Google,
don't understand how your phone allows you to spell those words.
No, it really does. That's what's strange.
Thing.
It's so weird. To see if I was like, just pick any fucking word out of the blue, ectoplasm, right? just say I wrote ectoplasm the way it's supposed to be spelled.
Where's he going?
But I put it. He's wanking on the table.
Think of a character from Ghostbusters there.
Yeah, the most famous one. I suppose Venkman's probably the most famous. But if you took if you wrote ectoplasm, but the first letter was wrong. It would be like, this isn't a word. Do you know what I mean? Instead of going, oh, that whole word is near enough correct apart from the first letter. My fucking phone's shite. I hate it.
Your shit.
It's fucking my the camera on it's wank as well. It's Samsung. And the thing is, it's an actual, like, in terms of like sturdiness and all that, it's good.
Yeah.
And the camera quality is good, but it just keeps auto focusing on everything, and there's no like way to turn it off. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you can have it focused and right and it's perfect, and then somebody will go like that and the camera will just shit itself, so you'll have this video of just constant focusing, like wank bag.
Well, my camera's fairly handy. I've actually been getting more use of it. I was getting out and doing me walks down by the coast and all.
You take a wee pictures.
Either you find like a wee bunch of rocks, then you set yourself like find something behind the rocks that you want to take, and
I don't know why. I think it's just because I've been on Twitter for too much, and it's just all those like those fucking alternative models. They like take pictures of, oh, here's a lovely sunset by the beach. It's like, yeah, but I can see your arsehole in it. Yeah. So I can just imagine you know, the beach isn't the focus of your photograph, and we're not. Totally nothing wrong with it, but don't pretend that it is the focus of your photograph. But I can just imagine you down by the, oh, what a lovely sunset, and you're just sitting there with your wang in your.
There's this Instagram account I found. It's a craft beer Instagram account. Okay. But you wouldn't know it's a craft beer because there's a woman, very attractive woman. So any beer that she's promoting, she'll always be like in some fucking sexy pose with a bikini. And you have to look really hard to find the can of IPA. And I'm like, I get the whole sex sales thing, but about 99% of people looking at that photo will not even know that there's a beer, and they will not read the description. So in fact, the money that the beer company has paid this influencer, I have that in my own profile, to be fair, but it is tongue in cheek.
One of the things I've noticed is it's weird. I
use the hashtag influencer. You want to see the amount of people that follow you before?
Serious?
I swear to God.
Fuck me. But they don't know what you're influencing.
I know.
Fucking one of the things I've noticed, and it's weird, like loads of like Instagram models and influencers all sponsor or are sponsored by energy drinks. Have you seen this? There's this one, Bang Energy, that's on all the fucking time, and I was like, I see these, like, there's this like really attractive girl, and you can see she looks after herself. She's fucking obviously business savvy and is doing her thing, and for fuck's dear. But if she's drinking that much of that fucking energy drink, she has underlying diabetes, and there's no way to deny it, because it's like every picture, it's like, you know, look at me in the living room just having a wee dance. You know, I'm going to knack 3 of these Bang Energies. It's like, if you're constantly dancing about your fucking living room, maybe you need them.
Yeah. Mate, you can't beat Lucozade. Flat Lucozade.
Do you remember the big fucking glass bottles of Lucozade used to get?
Back in the day. But my favourite thing ever was always glass bottled Iron Brew. And Milkman's Orange. Orange was great.
I got Milkman's Cream. That came with a special delivery. You got it through the car window.
Also, I was going to say, I was called Your Donor.
Your Donor. No, you got it.
Sorry, Siobhan.
You got it through the car window when you were out in the forest. Just Milkman. Just.
I just remember your ma watches these.
Yeah.
That's the blazer.
I know, she uses them against me, touting on me in a ring.
It was how she checks in on you.
I don't talk to her.
How's Gavin doing this week? I'll go on his YouTube channel and find out.
I'm crying and all, sobbing.
No, that's dangerous, like.
What's that? Wanking people off in forests?
No.
It's not if you know them.
Perfectly acceptable behaviour if you're a pervert. No YouTube channels, like people who do that whole thing. This is my life. This is where I live. And, like you're basically inviting a criminal into your home.
Funny, I was watching. It was a very brief video of a girl saying, you know what? It's like one of those compilation videos. It's like what they have to do in order to keep safe on a day-to-day basis. And this one girl, and it's something I would never have thought of in my life. And it shows you where like our minds are, because my mind anyway, because I wouldn't do it. But she basically was in the park with her dog, and this guy came up and was like, "Oh, lovely dog, beautiful. Do you mind if I take a picture?" And she was like, "Yeah, fine, that's perfect." And then she just noticed the way he was taking the angle. He was holding her collar up because your fucking woman's dress was on the collar, and he was taking a picture of the fucking address. And she was like, "Right, delete that now. Just get it like right in front of you, delete it now." And all. I was like, "Fuck." And then there's ones and it's just like, like I totally believe it, but it's just so unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? You go, how do people fucking get on like that? Where a girl was saying like she got on a train like in London, and her stop was like 4 stops away, and she got on the train and instantly she got on and sat down. These two fellas started like eyeballing her, and she was like, "Right, I'm gonna get off at the next fucking stop," but she's like, "I'll wait until the doors are about to close and then I'll jump off." And she jumped off the fucking train onto the platform just last minute, and they grabbed her bags and followed her, so she went round to the other side and got back in, and then they fucking decided to chase her. It's like, how do fucking people operate? Like, how do people? That's not. And that, if you see an attractive woman anywhere, you go, "Fuck, beautiful. I'm attracted to that person. What may be," and you leave it at that. You don't go, "Here's a fucking woman down the back of the bus. I'm gonna fucking lick her eyeballs and ask her to go out with me."
I never got that. But then I suppose with a lot of things, it comes from the household.
It's weird.
That's I think a lot of people, a lot of kids grow up to be arseholes because they were raised by arseholes. Or not raised by anybody, and there was no one to tell them to not be an arsehole. I never got like I have a sister, and like that was when I was like I'm the eldest, and like I always remember thinking, because I knew plenty of people like that at school, and I was like, I hope to God my sister never fucking. Sure, she probably has.
The fucking stories Philo's told me over the years.
It's also it's the, I mean, it's one thing to creep and stir and follow, but fuck me, see the guys who literally go like in a bar and got slap a woman on the ass. Like, what the fuck?
I seen a fucking thing the other day, and this is
Do you remember that time? Sorry, that time. I remember that time that John Hewitt. That's what happened. Remember there was the guy and the girl who stood at the front of the stage having a nice wee time, and the 3 or 4 off-duty cops started. That started because one of them was trying over her. He thought he was with even though he went, "No, actually that's my wife mate or my girlfriend." Then obviously it all kicked off, and then we had
It's like one of those ways. Do you ever hear like incels? Do you ever hear that there?
Involuntary
celibates. Yeah. Do you know the one?
I have one of those.
Yeah.
That's lockdown imposed.
But that's just what I say. You have a reasonable.
I love that. You go back at your track record with your sex life. There'll always be an asterisk. The 20 to 21 season.
Everybody's just written it off. Anybody that's single just gets a bye ball that year.
We don't even getting any use in this last year's glory holes. Apparently Anna Skills is very good. I don't know. I can't travel there because it's not a
Our man's a dog in town, I know that much.
You're a man, our
man. Glory, I know the one with hair every Friday.
What Glory from Buffy? She was a great villain.
Who?
I need to talk to Fernando's now.
No, I do.
There was a villain in Buffy called Glory. And she was proper. I think she's probably the best villain.
That's a weird.
Buffy fans right in.
That's a weird jump. Like, actually, speaking of weird sexual behaviour, you can bring on to Buffy, Joss Whedon.
Oh, what a dick!
Fucking trying to force abortions and all. I think fuck he wasn't on Vicar of Dublin when Alice gives birth in the Christmas fucking episode. Can you imagine that one? And I can see the head. Abort it.
No, but that was Charisma Carpenter, the one who played Cordelia. She was the one who she hated him the most because like whenever she was pregnant during one of the seasons, and then like
he was giving her shit, and
he basically, her doctor says, right, you need to be working less because you're entering your 3rd trimester. So she
as naturally.
So then she said that. So then he increased her hours.
It's like the world's worst boss.
Yeah, I want to take it, but I don't know what all the men from the show. I don't know what they have to say about it. All the women were treated badly, I know that. The men were all very... I think Sarah Michelle Gellar was very fence-sitting on that one. She was like, I'm in support of my sisters, but she was also like, if without Joss Whedon, I'd be fucking nowhere. You know,
but that's the whole Harvey Weinstein, like Stockholm
exactly.
syndrome. Actually,
but
you know, I mean, if I didn't suck his dick, I wouldn't be in the fucking.
She did seem a little offensive, but the guys were very quiet. And then David Boreanaz, who played Angel, actually deleted every photo off his Instagram profile. Never didn't close his account. Deleted all his posts, and then, but apparently that's something to do with whenever he was on Bones, he flashed it extra or something like that there, and there was a whole big lawsuit over that. I can't remember. Like it was like a non-disclosure thing was signed, and she was paid off. But then it was random because I remember last year when I was doing all those. There's new Facebook memories now are doing my head in because. For anyone who doesn't know, for the first 74 days of lockdown last year, I did one video every day by request from different people of different. Like,
I don't remember to that time.
Yeah. So, but every
because you did the Buffy one, that's right.
So I did Angel first, and then I did Buffy.
And I says for whom the bell tolls in the was it for whom the bell tolls in the Buffy? Yeah. We should do.
But I did those videos, and David Boreanaz he sent me a message.
I was dick. Or so he dick for you.
It was just a wee steak. But he sent me a message. So it was him, Cordelia, Sander, Sarah Michelle Gellar wouldn't take anything to do with me. I don't know why, but the rest of them. But they were.
She's too busy. She's kids.
Doing what? She doesn't act. She hasn't acted in years.
No, she's got kids. You don't have to act to be busy. No, what is it?
She's
act busy.
She's always on Instagram. I'm like,
so are
you're not busy.
So are you. You're never available when I call.
Anyway, but no, David Boreanaz was one of the people who sent me a message. That's amazing. I was like, oh, thank you very much. And I text Vanilla. I went here. They're all on board. This is great. But what we talking about? Joss Whedon's a cock. Yeah. But I went and get these really bad Facebook memories now, and I hate them because I go, oh my god. The sound's so shit and the camera's shit and all this stuff's annoying me.
You look back on it and you're like...
I cringe.
I fucking hate that. It literally is, like those posters and stuff and all those things like that I showed you, I found when I put up the last podcast. Like I get wee videos. Well, for me it's not more sound, it's more how I looked. Back then, I'm sure in 20 years time I'll look back on how I look now and go fuck can't like. But then
I'll not be here.
You'll not be here now.
No, I'll be living on Mars with Elon Musk.
Yeah, Harry hasn't brought out his own fragrance yet. It's fucking Elon's Musk's. You know what I mean? Just all smells of cedar wood.
Paltrow's coming out with fanny candles, and he can't even come out with an ad this
He's trying to get to fucking Mars, and he can't even give Brute a run for its money.
You need to see the Elon Musk stuff. I need to go back and watch Spitting Image again.
He's a bit of a fucking weirdo as well.
He is. But he's so good. What about Joe Biden falling up the steps? What a cock.
I didn't see it.
Joe Biden, right. I'll paint the scene. It's fucking hilarious. It's painful, but it's also hilarious.
Was that when he was on the airplane?
Yeah,
because I've seen that as a meme where it's like me playing my guitar and it's like walking up the steps and it's like me playing my guitar while recording and it's him falling down.
Yeah, no,
I thought that was Trump for something. It was just the hair in the wind.
It was Biden. So yeah, he fell like 3 times. He looked like he really hurt himself. It's as well he was wearing his mask because you couldn't see the
wank bollocks.
But it was because he was half. If he had gone to the first step and tripped, Secret Service would have been straight on him and helped him up, or at the top would have been the same. But he was halfway up the thing, so there was nobody. Nobody could have got to him in time to help him.
You just call out my name. That's what he needed. Somebody just behind him. He'd be mustard in a trust fall exercise.
I wouldn't trust it. I don't trust him at all anyway. Fucking sniffing wee girls' hairs and stuff. Bastard.
So you never sniffed a wee girl's hair?
No.
Oh man, you're missing out. You never just in the park or flying down the slide. You're waiting at the bottom and just this is the way you go past.
I live in what's called a litigious society.
That's another one of those words I can't spell.
Yes.
Oh, no.
See, you won the music theory battle last week.
You're willing to spell me.
English language.
Just for the record, smelling people's hair when they're not wanting it is fucking weird.
Yeah.
We're not don't hear a fucking joke my man told me about smelling her. This is years ago. Just jog my mind. This is the type of shit my man said. Like, do you ever see like those WhatsApp groups where like it's all the lads? Like I've never been in one. Like fuck, and it's all like they're all fucking these. Fucking sharing dirty pictures and talking bollocks and all.
Crackers.
It's some of it. I have that with my ma. My ma is that lad. You know what I mean? That sends me this shit. So stop doing that with me, please. Because you're fucking weird. But one of the jokes she told me years ago, right?
Yeah.
Was so a woman comes to her boss and says, "Listen, fucking, you need to have a talk with this employee. I won't name him yet, but I just want to make you aware of this. I'm fucking standing there by the water cooler. He comes over and sniffs my hair, and the guy's like, right, that is kind of strange, you know. She's like, right, I'm bringing this to you now. I want to hope it stops over time. And we'll say no more about it. So right, okay. So fucking comes in again next week. Fucking same thing happens. Sniffs her and all that. This is the final time I'm telling you. She comes in and says, fucking guy, this is the final straw. Fucking sniffing my hair again. He goes, fuck, who is it? She goes, oh, like Brian. She goes, Brian's a midget. She says, that's the problem. My man fucking told me that joke.
Here, we'll not address this, but
what's that? Who's that?
Michael Barrymore.
Oh Jesus!
Well, I think I'm just giving it away now.
Deadpool.
If anybody knows. Oh, for fuck's sake! I was trying to be subtle. I've loads of it.
No, what is it when you're in the pool and you're waist deep? You're wading. Wade Wilson. That's Deadpool's name. Oh fuck. He came last in the Deadpool.
Anyway, Line of Duty's back.
I don't know about that.
Mate, it's class.
All I've seen of Line of Duty or Line of Duty or Call of Duty or whatever the fuck it is the bad parking job where your man like goes over half the lawn.
I don't see that. Yeah. No,
that's all I've seen. That's literally the majority.
You have to. It's hard to watch it when you're from here. You really do have to suspend disbelief and go right. Because I remember one scene in the very first season where Vicky McClure's character is chasing a gunman down Royal Avenue, then runs past Castle Court, takes a right on Castle Street, and comes out at the bottom of Tate's Avenue. And I'm like, well, that's
probably
right.
One of those Shane Todd fucking things. You know, like, you Ballix!
Yeah.
You I chased him down to Sandy Row.
That's it. But no, it's a fair. Once you get past that, once you stop trying to spot places, it's actually very, very good. It's had an overarching storyline through all the seasons, but each season has had its own big thing. It's good. It's very easy to watch. It's there. I should watch episodes. There's 6 of them in a season.
I should watch some TV. You know what I mean? I really should, because it's just.
I can't wait tonight. I'm watching Superman and Lois.
Oh yes, you were saying about that.
Really, of all the Superman stuff that's come out in recent years,
put the romance back in the relationship.
Yeah, tell you what.
Because like if you're Superman and you're Lois, you're having a fucking mighty time bucking at some stage. The guy can fucking, can do whatever your needs require. Yeah. So like, but you don't get that from the old TV show. You always got that she was very distant.
Yeah, Dean Cain was shite. Dean Cain was really bad in the New Adventures of Superman and Lois.
Was that what it was?
Or Lois and Clark, and the New Advances of Superman. That's what it was.
The New Advances of Superman. It's just him chatting people up.
Superman getting me too.
Don't want to see
No, one with Terry Hatcher. It was awful. That was an awful show, but it knew it was awful. Smallville was good, and then they just realised, we can try, instead of doing it over 1 or 2 seasons, we'll drag it out to 10, and that was that.
I fucking hate stuff like that. It's like, have it like, you could fucking, if the show was great for 2 seasons, you probably sell more DVDs down the line of it, or whatever fuck it is.
This one's very, very good, and the guy who plays Superman is very good, and the woman who plays Lois is very good. The kids are good. Everybody's
good. What did you think of the movies in the Man of Steel? Did you watch?
I thought they were all crap. I think people have this problem with superhero films that they're expecting to watch like films that are going to change their life for like a potential Oscar winners. Like, it's a comic book story that has been told for 70, 80 years.
Superman's literally the first superhero.
Because Zack, I'll go back to Joss Whedon again. So they obviously released Zack Snyder's Justice League.
4 hours long.
I haven't watched it. I've watched about half an hour of it, and it was the bit to do with Cyclops. And there was so much of it, and I remember that none of this was in the Joss Whedon.
Or did you watch the other one?
I have watched that one.
Okay,
because Zack Snyder started it, and then Joss Whedon finished.
See, I'm not,
and you can tell when Joss Whedon, Whedon's scenes, you can see that
he's very poppy. But you know what I mean? He's a very poppy, cheesy sort of fucking director.
This one, I don't know if this one is so long because they were like, here, he's a cunt, we're going to show off for it, or if that's just all the stories came out just about. I don't know if that's really.
I think fucking when it comes to like obviously Marvel, like DC has always been a darker universe. Do you know what I mean? It always has.
Although, mate, watch WandaVision.
I know. I must. It's more. That's probably something I would be, because I do know quite a bit about fucking all that sort of stuff.
I do think you would enjoy that.
So it's just fucking devoting the time to do it.
Well,
do you know
it's 25-minute episodes. Basically,
well,
it's listed on Disney Plus as 37 minutes an episode, but it's not 37 minutes. It's all the credits at the end take forever. But no, they're very, very, very good.
The reason why Marvel did so fucking well in terms of the films, because they didn't start. Blade was the first fucking Marvel film, and he's the one that basically saved the studio, which they're remaking now, and apparently not showing any blood or gore. This is one of the game Bible. I don't even know why the fuck they're covering it, but it's like he kills vampires. You know what I mean? You can't not. It's fucking Disney. But I was gonna say, yeah. So Marvel planned out all their things. They started with Iron Man. Do you know what I mean? Like in that sort of run, phase 1, they started with Iron Man, and it developed him. And along the course of development, added in the stories. No fucking Captain America came along, you've seen his film. Yeah. Whereas fucking DC are like, here's 16 people you've never fucking what do you call that one? Fucking everybody was dressed. It was Harley Quinn for the fucking
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Nobody knows the backstory though.
Exactly, and they tried to fucking cram it all in. They're like a 2-hour film. They tried to cram in, but instead of going getting Deadshot and doing a film about him. I'm fucking building them up so everybody knows who everybody is, and then going, right, this is how they all end up here.
I know I'd say to my dad about watching, because he enjoys like the Marvel stuff and the DC stuff, and I'd say to him about watching the new Justice League, and he's like, I don't watch a film for 4 hours. I was like, it's not The Irishman. I said, there's actual stuff that happens in it. I said, it's so important to tell the story of all the people. But
then you look at The Hobbit and all, you know, like the directors touch
I by all reports, Justice League is fucking brilliant. It is.
I've heard mixed, but mixed more on the side of positive. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things. It's just like it's 4 fucking hours. I don't know. If we got the kids to bed at 7:30 and they were settled for 8, and we put it on at 8, it's not finishing until 12.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? You need to watch it in 2
fucking
fucking sittings.
I'm a guy who sits and watches like I'll watch a UFC pay-per-view for 4 hours, or I'll watch a basketball game for nearly 3 hours, including overtime or whatever. That doesn't bother me. It's just actually going right. I know I've got this block free to do it. No, I would give it a go. Definitely. As I say, I only watched about 30 minutes of it, and I was like, oh yeah, there's layers here. This is great.
But I do think that's why the fucking DC universe has been failing for fucking decades now. Like it really has. Like the last, I wouldn't say the last. Like the really true great.
Yeah.
Was the first 2 Batmans. After that, it's been shite. Like realistically, the first 2 Batmans, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
After that, it's been
there's the argument.
Fucking Val Kilmer. Jesus Christ.
Who's the best Batman and who's the best Bruce Wayne?
Well,
you could argue that Ben Affleck's the best Bruce Wayne.
I think Ben Affleck's probably the best Batman, but not the best Bruce Wayne. I fucking don't like Christian Bale. See, this is another thing I have. Like people were so desperate. It's the same with the Jerry Maguire, fucking Tobey Maguire, Spider-Mans. Yeah, they were good at the time.
They were the better films, but I think Tom Holland is
better. Andrew Garfield, just nobody gives a fuck about him. Like literally, I bless him. Fanula loves him. She's like, I love it. It's all romantic between them, and I was like, fuck. It's like, no, it's just people wanted fucking Spider-Man films. They wanted them for decades.
Man, I want a Spider-Man game. See the Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 2, the first one.
They're remaking
very few games.
Well, they're not remaking it. The guy who originally came up with it, he says, he basically put out saying, I'm down to remake this. So you could be, but the fucking new Spider-Mans look amazing. The new games, but they're fucking PS. There's thing exclusives. But this is the thing as well. See, years and years and years ago, Marvel to save themselves sold off the rights to the Fantastic Four, to Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Mans were collaborations because there was like some sort of fucking workout thing between Sony and Disney where like it was like Sony got all the film money and Disney got all the toy money or something like that there, and that's why the whole thing Sony was going to pull out, and I think they might still do that sort of shit, but that's why like there's no fucking like all those Spider-Mans, because it was Marvel Studios were in doing them, were fucking way more successful than any of the Sony Spider-Mans. And I think because they were fucking, because people just wanted they wanted to see Spider-Man and they wanted CGI and Venom. But looking back, Tobey Maguire's a shit actor. Do you know what I mean? He's not great. Do you know what I mean? He can't even fucking cry properly about Uncle Ben.
The only reason he got the roles because his voice always sounds like it's breaking. But no, it's actually do you know that new Superman and Lois thing? I'm interested to know about, because the suit that he wears is not the DC Superman suit.
Yeah.
It was the same as Smallville.
Black,
Tom Welling was never
one?
allowed to be pictured in the actual Superman suit. So there's like a scene at the very end of Smallville where they have to CGI his head onto the body of Superman in the suit. He wasn't physically, some weird contractual thing, because DC were like, we're not fucking, because they never really endorsed Smallville. I don't think, and I think it's, it might be the because this one here it's on the CW network, which is the same. Must have got the race of the same one who made Smallville, and
must have got the race of the character.
His suit looks class, but I don't think it's not the same. It's not the same ass logo or anything out there. So
see, I missed out. I watched the Batman versus Superman, which was all right until the point where they're like, "Oh, both our mans are the same name. Let's be friends." I mean, like, fuck me.
Was that ever mentioned?
I like that's fucking stupid.
No, they're good films. They're good films, but I mean, like, I do remember seeing Man of Steel and walking out there and thinking the best thing about the film was the music, and I mean, it was tremendous. Flight. If you look up Flight, it's the bit where he finally learns to fucking fly, and it's actually my favourite violinist, Maxim Vangerov, plays it.
Funny,
it gives you goosebumps. Like,
I was talking to, I think it was David, the guy who mixed the mixed disco biscuits, and he loves fucking, I think it was Hans Zimmer. Did Hans
Zimmer, yeah, it was.
He loves it, but he was saying, was it Hans Zimmer who wrote the soundtrack to the original two Batmans, to the Keaton Batmans? I don't think it was.
No, it was. Oh, Woodsy's gonna kill me because Woodsy knows this one.
It wasn't fucking what's his face, John Williams.
No,
it definitely wasn't.
John Williams. No, everything with John Williams writes the same anyway. Sorry, man, I need to look this up.
For it. But he was saying,
Danny Elfman.
He says to me, he goes to me, Dave was like, "Oh, you've seen the new Batmans, the Christian Bale Batmans he was talking about," and I was like, he says, "Hum me a tune from them, hum me the soundtrack," and I was like, "Fuck, I can't," because it's so like it's not memorable. Hum the fucking soundtrack to the fucking Michael Keaton ones. You know what I mean? That there, it's like that was the music. Whereas now the music, because it's like, and music makes the
comic book films, you need that big. You need the horn section to be
a lot of brass.
I feel like with Batman Begins and all that there stuff, the music was very. It was an afterthought.
I know it was but it was very ethereal. I mean, it was more like. What would you call it, like soundscapey than actual fucking melodic build up and all. But then again, because you have to obviously watch the film and then score over the top of it. You can't score to something you don't know what the tension is not there. So if the film is kind of fucking, certain, is going a certain way in a certain tone, like the whole point of like fucking like in Keaton's Batman when he collects the fucking poison gas balloons and flies them off, and when the Joker's in the thing doing that's what because it's all big grand and all that sort of shit, whereas nothing like that really happens in the fucking one apart from when he's running away from all the cop cars. But they chose to put more of the sounds of the cop cars and all in rather than having really good music, you know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
And plus, they're full of inconsistencies, those fucking videos. Go to the scene, anybody watching, go to the fucking scene where Joker is in the fucking tower looking for Bruce at the party. He puts the gun behind his head to shoot out the window, and he's pointing it at the fucking ground. And he goes, and the window smashes, and it's like, wee details like that make it for me, do you know what I mean? And also, you have to watch those films like fucking 8 times before all the pieces, all the wee nuances clipped together, and you're like, a Batman film shouldn't take it shouldn't be Tenet.
I know, I say it.
I know Fanula says it was fucking brilliant.
Really?
She says it was really good. She enjoyed it.
Awful. But then I'm like, people say it's awful, and then people go, "Oh, you just didn't get it." And then I'm like, right, why is there snobbery here? What is there something?
Fanula says she followed it perfectly. She thought it was fine.
I will watch it. I just not really been fussed.
I don't approve of films that are like, when people go, I've seen the film and somebody goes, "Oh, but you need to see it like 2 or 3 times to get it," and you're like, why the fuck
but I know what's going to happen now.
But I'd say that why should you fucking watch a film 3 times unless the film is massively convoluted or you're thick as shit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why should you have to watch a film 3 or 4 times to get fucking what it was about? It should be fucking. It's like watching like Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I'm going, fuck, I don't know what any of that was about. I need to watch it again.
Well, I was going to say, it's like I've watched Friends 1,000 times, but it wasn't until I saw like a YouTube clip of when Joey fucking when he breaks character in a scene, and I was like, I always wondered what he was doing there.
Did you see something? It plain as day, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I've never noticed that. Do you ever see the one where Joey, just we're on this inconsistencies?
Always bring it back to Friends.
Where Joey, Friends, when Joey is trying to find the hot girl, and he keeps calling on Ross's apartment, right? When he's walking up to the apartment and counting the doors, he's wearing a purple shirt, and then when he wraps the door and the door opens, he's wearing a black zip-up jumper, like within split seconds. I was like, fuck, that is so obvious. How did nobody notice that?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you're not really paying attention to like specifics like that.
Yeah, that's funny. Actually, I would.
Scared fucking about. I thought the door was open there.
Alexa.
No, fuck up. Alexa, stick the kettle on.
I don't know, mate. I am. I'll start quizzing. I want to start quizzing again Thursday. Every Thursday, mate.
I was thinking about it. Well, it's a weird jump from, but the quiz. You said, and I was thinking of the Quizmaster, and then I was thinking, fuck, do you remember Games Master? Remember with your man, fucking Patrick, fucking Neil Patrick Stewart,
Swayze, Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Betty Davis eyes. No, that was I was thinking. Oh, Swayze eyes. What's that there? Fucking
hungry eyes.
How can you have hungry eyes?
Hungry eyes for your love.
What are you fucking? What are you?
I was there. Eric Carmen, I think, wrote that.
Here, them eggs look well fed. What are you feeding them? Just a wee steak tartare.
Do you want me to pull up the lyrics? I'll pull up the lyrics.
What, hungry eyes?
We'll decipher this. Okay, you talk about it when I'm doing this.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Games Master.
Why Games Master?
Fucking see, Games Master was like it was like as I was coming into Games Master was going out. So it wasn't a big thing. But do you remember getting like my uncle, he used to play like fucking like all the Dooms and used to find the notepad with all the fucking all the codes and shit on it. Okay. And it would like skip the level and all those things. Like that's old school like.
It is. Right, shall we? Let's decipher these lyrics.
Okay.
It's not just an end one.
Yeah.
That's not the mambo.
What? We should definitely do a segment.
I'm trying to remember.
Do a segment of lyrics out of context, and we'll find a song every week, and we'll fucking read it out loud.
So it's not just an end one. It's that's not the mambo. It's a feeling, a heartbeat. Ga-Gonk, Ga-Gonk.
And what's this? Is this fucking what song are we even talking about anymore?
Close your eyes. Ga-Gonk.
Have you gotten like the fucking the Indian version or something? The beginning.
Don't try so hard. And then this is right. Okay, do you know what it is? I think somebody has put
Ga-Gonk.
I know what it is. I've just realised because the song starts with like this. I've been meaning to tell you. I've got this feeling that won't subside. Right. That bit I just read before. I just remembered. Now that is officially from Google. "Hungry Eyes" song by Eric Carmen. That first the Ga-Gonk Ga-Gonk bit. That's what Patrick Swayze says to the wee girl, to Jennifer, whatever her face is. Well, she's not a wee girl in real life. Her character was, and obviously that's sorted because he bought her a child.
But that was so fucking strange. That she was like 15 and her dad said fuck off.
So I'm just remembering this scene now. So he's talking to her. He's like, how to dance. He's like, Ga-Gonk, Ga-Gonk. It's the heartbeat thing. That's what Ga-Gonk, Ga-Gonk is. I was like, but it's listed just for the purpose of the camera. Like that is
we'll
legit.
Zoom in on that.
That is legit. You know?
They're calling this episode Marvel movies and paedophilia. Yeah. It was Patrick Swayze.
So I've been meaning to tell you, I've got this feeling that won't subside. I look at you and I fantasize. You're mine tonight. Now I've got you in my sights with these hungry eyes. One look at you and I can't disguise. I've got hungry eyes. I feel the magic between you and I.
Do you know what fucking... I just dawned on me. Do you know what Dirty Dancing is? An artistic form of Lolita. Yeah. Only, do you know what I mean? So if what do you call your man, fucking Hans Gruber's brother? Because he's the main character in Lolita.
Oh,
what the fuck's his name? It's gonna annoy me now. So if that whole film had been about him picking her up from fucking boarding school and dancing about the town with her, people would have been way more accepting. But that whole like, see when you actually break it down, that family went to that resort. I think it was because the sister got an abortion or something like that there.
Yeah.
And then, so some fucking weird dancing instructor who's in his 30s starts fancying the 15-year-old daughter. And the dad's like, can you please fuck off? This is inappropriate.
Yeah.
And he's like, Nah.
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, that's it. I love old Jeremy Irons. Like,
I couldn't recall to me. Ga-Gonk, Ga-Gonk. But like that's the fact that that's in Google. That is right. So I'm going on and look for the official lyrics for that song, and they've included part of the script from the film.
I'm gonna try and look. I'm gonna type in weird popular song lyrics.
That's amazing. Ga-Gonk, Ga-Gonk.
Let's see what it coughs up here. Probably everything by 18 of the most ridiculous song lyrics of all times. Right?
Give me.
Let me see. So you're like, funny. Do you know what I thought? As soon as when I was typing this, Eminem, because if you actually fucking went through any of his songs, they're really horrific. Like,
I know his Superman is the most chauvinistic fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. So he came up first. Eminem, love the way you lie. Now you get to watch her leave out the window. Guess that's why they call it window pane. That sounds like a fucking really bad knock. Right. Keisha featuring, I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Keisha spelled with $, by the way, featuring 30H apostrophe exclamation mark 3. That's his name.
You're so old and white.
No.
You can't pronounce his names.
Zip your lips like a padlock. He obviously doesn't get home security. I'm stuck. Did you buy a lock for the front of the door?
Zip your lips like a chub.
He goes, here, so did you buy a new lock for the window? And he's like, I get this really sturdy one. Just go up and it's like a fucking zip along the window. Right? Black Eyed Peas, Boom Boom Pow.
Yeah.
Let's see what they. I'm so 3008, you're so 2000 and late. So yeah, I thought that was coming. Let's see, we'll do another one or two. Oh, here's a good one. Miley Cyrus, 4x4. Driving so fast, about to piss on myself. Driving so fast, about to piss on myself. Driving so fast, about to piss on myself. Now that is some top notch fucking lyric.
That's poet laureate right there.
Fuck's sake. Oh, Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines.
No, don't read it. No.
What rhymes with hug me? That's the line.
No. You may get those cancelled. Jeez Christ.
There's some good ones. Oh, there's The Killers. Are we human or are we dancers? The two, like, can you only be one or the other? Like, if you're a dancer, are you automatically like some sort of weird alien or something?
I hate The Killers. Can't stand them.
Here's one that brings back memories from my childhood. I'll tell you this story in a second. So it's Bruno Mars, Grenade, right? Should have known you was trouble from the first kiss. Had your eyes wide open. Why were they open? Mate, that brings a story, right? So, right.
Is this going to be one of those 20-minute ones where we'll wrap it up after this?
Yeah, pretty much. This is so. When I was talking to Phil about this, because we were laughing about, like all the stuff you get up to when you were young and all this. Yeah. So I went to the Andytown summer scheme.
Will you sex my mate?
You sex my mate? Would you see her? It's like, fuck, my eyes are working. Like, so would you meet her? You go up and shake her hand. How do you do? Never heard back from her again. But I went to the Andytown Leisure Centre summer scheme. I must have been about 12, and so we all I know the kids running about. There's like fucking 200 kids in this summer scheme, and we're just fucking running about the Leisure Centre, doing whatever the fuck we want. You basically paid, I think it was like a $5 for the week, and you get in to do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. So there's loads of us, and we're just all friends and all there. So it was a random group. We were like, came up to me this week, would you see my mate and all? And I remember I was like, do you know, you're 12. I can't even remember if I fancied her or not. I just was like, well, I think somebody asked me to kiss them. I gotta do it, because bravado and all that sort of shit. So where did we pick, right? Where did we pick in the leisure centre for this very intimate, young, blossoming moment of my young adulthood? The squash courts. Do you know the ones with all the seats overlooking it? And the cameras and all of it. So I meet her in the squash court, right? And the only way I can describe this kiss is a lumber.
A lumber?
A lumber, mate. A lumber. Just washing machine material. Like you're like fishing it and poking your tongue out every now and again, like some sort of weird automated fucking fish. But so we're there kissing away, embracing. I felt an arse. That was nice. I felt an arse. So it was my own, but I was just getting into it. So second kissing this week, right? And about fucking 10 minutes went past. Like, not even joking, 10 minutes went past. So I was like, I opened my eyes to see what the fuck was going on. I was still kissing, and her eyes were already open, and she was like staring at me in the eyes. Right? So I was like, "Did I close them or did I keep them open?" I was like, I just remember going, "I really want this to stop." It didn't stop. It went on for about 15 minutes of staring this wee girl in the fucking eyes. I remember finishing, and my fucking...
Oh!
It was electric, man. I remember finishing, right? And my fucking face was numb. Quite literally numb. And we just walked out and walked separate directions. I never fucking seen her again.
God,
thank fuck I seen enough of her. It literally peered into your soul. So strange. Do you have any weird embarrassing things in here?
None that I care to share. No, not really. I was fairly unpromiscuous.
Unpromiscuous? I don't think I could class that as promiscuous. What I did, it was more a learning experience.
Yeah.
The other one was I kissed a girl when I was about 16 in Club Eden, down in Newcastle. Club Eden, yeah, under 18 disco. And when she was younger, she cut off the end of her tongue. She bit off the end of her tongue, so her tongue was flat, and it was like a bit of leather. I was near sick. I was like, oh, just fit the fucking. It's
oh my.
It's horrific.
God, no.
Thank you, Bruno Mars, for fucking
Jesus Christ,
for jogging my memory there.
We're clipping that. Not your leisure centre story.
Gavin's first.
Ga-Gonk.
Well, then I'm gonna clip the two together, so it'll be the leisure centre. For you going Ga-Gonk. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. The follies of youth, eh?
Oh my God. That is amazing.
Oh, man, get up to some weird shit when you were younger.
Oh, right, end it there. No.
It can't go any further.
I can't go any
so
further.
Joss Whedon's a weirdo, and I kissed one years ago.
Me. Oh.
So anybody who's interested, slightly off topic, me and Mick have been playing Warzone.
Oh,
and Call of Duty and whatnot. I forgot to close that window by the looks of things.
No.
Well, the curtain's fluttering unless there's fucking somebody behind there waiting to jump out at the last minute. Yeah, so if you're knocking about, fucking give us a shout. That rhymes. I'm a poet and I just didn't realise it. And yeah, give us a shout.
Let's get shot in the face together.
I know. At Musical Mayhem, or no, Musical 66 Mayhem for me, and you are Violin Mick. Violin Mick. I've been trying to take you under my wing. What's your first impressions of it?
Of what?
Of Warzone, of multiplayer. It's physically draining,
yeah,
especially when you're drinking a bottle of fucking wine.
I know. It's not like I'm. Well, yeah, that's what, I was on the gin and tonics last night. But no, the reason it took me so long to get around to playing it was simply because I was like, it's just too damn big. It takes up too much memory, and there's other games I like to play. So at the moment, I've only got one game on my Xbox. It's Call of Duty.
You're getting your money's worth out of that before you fucking.
No, I will get myself a proper one again soon. I was actually shopping for a new TV, but I need a new car first.
Man,
car.
TVs are cheap as fuck these days.
I have $1,000 to spend. Hit me.
TVs are cheap as fuck these days. You
can
get a reasonably priced one.
I found a 43-inch ones for 22 to 229 or something out there on
22 to 229.
Split the bricks out, we'll build a house. I 229 for a 43-inch.
That's not bad.
So,
yeah.
Which is huge given the size of your 6 inches.
Yeah.
I should clarify.
It's all about the girth. They call me the Lego brick because it hurt your foot when you stand on it.
What are you, fucking stonefish? No, I want to get a new TV as well. Xbox.
Yeah,
new car. Need a new car.
4K smart TV.
I really need a new car.
Yeah.
Actually, I might drive mine up Cave Hill and just fucking put a spec through it, just leave it there. I did say
that's fucking optimistic. I wouldn't make it up Cave Hill.
I did say that after we came back from that tour, because I was surprised the car made it back then, and that was when was that 2 years ago?
Fucking a week of smelling your clutch.
Was that 3 years ago? 2. Hold on a second. Where did we go?
Fucking knows.
I quit. Oh, funny! I got an Instagram memory yesterday, and a nice one, and it was a photo of me at. Do you remember the Whiskey in the Woods event that we did, 2018? And I remember that night driving home. You were steaming because you were drinking all the free whiskey.
I don't even like whiskey.
No, you I remember there's a photo of you on Whiskey Magazine NI with 4 old fashions, and the light just catches you. You look like a fucking werewolf.
That's right. I'm a big fake nails on.
But I couldn't drink because I was driving, and I remember driving us home, and then we were talking about how much money we got paid for doing it, and then I went into work the next day and quit my job.
That's right. I
remember the epiphany driving down Seafield Road, going, I'm gonna quit my job.
Yeah, fucking man.
And I did.
There's no better feeling than quitting your job, like. Obviously, you actually have a good relationship with your boss.
Yeah.
So like it was, but I worked for Donnell Mill, and I remember this fucking woman came in, and she was just she was in, and she was in to make her mark. So she was just fucking turning the place up and going through everybody. And I had 2 jobs at the time, and I was like, do you know what it is? Fuck this. Yeah. And she's like, where are you going? I was like, home. She's like, well, what do you mean home? I was like, well, not here. I'm fucking leaving. Good luck organising them quilts and pillows. Yeah. Good luck finding a man to do it, or a woman to do it, you know. Yeah. Quilts and pillows. That was my section. I had that. Anybody needs any advice on a fucking...
And I duck down. Obsessed with curtains, isn't it? Is that where your love of curtains comes?
No, that's a totally different section, mate. Curtains are a fucking nightmare. See anybody who's bought curtains, they'll tell you, fucking nightmare. They're the most problematic fucking furnishing you'll ever get. Quilts and pillows on the other hand, nothing but comfort. Nothing but comfort. Stay away from late.
Oh, you bed yet or what?
No, actually, here, just to finish that off, speaking of beds, so
broke his bed.
So the bed's broke, like it was falling apart for weeks and months. So we ended up getting dung out. Here's me, right? We'll take this as a blessing in disguise. We'll dung out the fucking room because we've been holding loads of clothes for the charity shops and all. It's just not happening. We're never so I was like, right, do a dump run. There's a fucking clothes bin down there. Take it all. Got the whole thing in. So the mattress is on the floor while we've been looking. We had found a bed, but it's not like it'll not be delivered here until like fucking April. I was like, oh, it's a bit. So. What the fuck? I swear to fuck, the mattress on the floor is way more comfortable.
No way.
It's like
it's just getting up out of it.
Yeah, Fanula's like, fuck, I've never slept like this before, because she was going, we need a new mattress, and we do. It's been a load of years, and she's just like, hi, fucking, this is really, really comfortable. And I was like, and then lo and behold, I went down, and I was like, here, this fucking is. So anybody, we're not poor, we're not doing crackhead stuff. It's Oriental. We're doing Oriental sleeping.
Oh, I haven't had a Chinese in ages.
Give him a ring, I'm sure he'd be available.
No, I made him. How long am I into it now? What's the day today? Wednesday, so I'm on day 5 of
your keto.
Of keto.
Your Danny DeVito.
I've done it before. I mean, I did it before once, and in 2 weeks I lost a stone. So
I just need to stop eating chocolate. I just literally cannot help myself. I can't. See if it's chocolate, I'll eat it all. It's just it's like an addiction almost.
No, I'm doing. It's just meat, eggs, and greens.
Green.
No wonder we're fucking.
You sound like fucking Snoop Dogg. I eat my meat, my eggs, and my greens.
I want to.
Somebody say just.
I want to eat a pizza, and I want to eat. You know, I want to eat a pizza. Mate.
It's getting to stage now where, because do you ever have a run of like, you know, just your schedule? You're like, I need to fucking, I eat takeaways for quite, like maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe 3 of them you're eating takeaways, and by the end of it you're just like, I just don't want to eat any. I want proper cooked food.
Yeah.
That's the way I am now. It's like I'm going to make a fucking stew here. My crock pot, man, I'm old as fuck. My crock pot, died on me. It had chipped, and it's just been getting worse and worse. Yeah. So I fucked it out the other day. So I'm having to make stew in a pot like a fucking heathen. Like a fucking heathen. I want it in the oven, 200 degrees for 5 hours. I want that shit fucking soft.
I want my Himalayan. There's a Himalayan over in Botanic, and they're great, man.
What's it? I think I heard you talking about that before.
It is seriously, because you've got basically the Indian and Chinese spice palettes,
and
it's right in the middle. So if you're like not too fond of a curry, you prefer more noodly stuff. Yeah. You know, it's like boom, very, 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 very good.
We
highly recommend, and they're literally called the Himalayan.
Whereabouts is it?
Himalayas, no. Botanic. I don't know exactly where Botanic. I just don't know.
You just ordered it. Yeah. I guess one of the great things that's happened this pandemic, as a result of nobody being able to walk in and get food, you can now order fucking food from miles away. Yeah. And it just comes to you.
They do, and it's funny because they're like, I live in North Belfast, and it's about 2.5 miles away. And by the time I order my food, it's like 20 minutes by the time it's at my door, and it's piping hot, and it's delicious. It's really impressive.
Weird. It's weird. There's sometimes I order fucking.
I wonder does he have a microwave in the car? Is he's
he's cooking it on the way. He's got the deep fat fryer.
Actually, I got sent a video the other day of is in somewhere in England, and someone has decked out their London black taxi to be a mobile fucking Guinness keg.
Right,
so they've got the taps on the back of the taxi, and the keg and everything is in the middle.
Be paying the dick. You'd have to turn the taps off every time you go for a drive in case you stop at a traffic light and someone comes fills up their fucking someone fills up their legacy bottle with.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I'm tired.
I'm knackered too.
I'm gonna go buy some fish. I'm gonna head over to Keenan's here, and at the back of the county centre and get myself some I don't know, Wilkes. No,
Willix.
No, I have a real hanker for monkfish.
Monkfish.
So I might get some monkfish.
It's never been a big thing. I like smoked fish. I hate fucking salmon. Hate it. You can never get a couple. It keeps going away. Flatfish, they can't get out of your hands.
Have some culture about you. Yeah. No, I'm gonna buy some fish because I made some sea bass last night and the skin was
tasty.
Seriously.
Was it a whole sea bass?
Or no, two fillets. But like you want to see the skin.
Crispy.
I text chef a picture and he's like, "Oh mate, here, you've been paying attention."
Crispy.
I've never been a chef, but I've spent enough time around top chefs to you pick up a few things. And
if only you could do that with music.
I've never been around top musicians.
Hiyo!
Right, anyway, rate, review the podcast. Patreon.com. Striking all the links are in the description. You know what to do. Stop being lazy. You filled in a census form. Go find out.
You stopped listening fucking 25 minutes ago as soon as we stopped talking about Josh Whedon.
So you start talking about lumbering some girl in the alley town language out there.
Mate, memories. That's what life's made of. Fuck you.
Right, bye.
See you later.